Never before has our nation stood in such fear of the future. Never before have the decisions of our government been monitored so closely by the public. We live in an age of uncertainty, an age where the future of our children rests on our shoulders. Yet we live in an age of education. This age must bring forth new leaders with new answers to questions left by their forefathers. Is there hope in America? Do our people care? Although it is impossible to know the future of America, the increased opportunities for education of our youth and the excellent learning institutions in our country help to comfort today's parents who have worked hard to secure the future of America by sending their children to college. The rebellion that rose out of the Vietnam era and the peace movement that was manifested in Woodstock has left the next generation of youth unsure of whether life has meaning or not. Our youth are shamelessly searching for identity. Unanswered questions have left our youth without direction or motivation. Unemployment has caused skilled laborers to take minimum wage jobs, thus leaving less jobs open to youth who need to make money for college. With the price of higher education going up and the availability of jobs going down, many college institutions are seeing a drop in enrollment. This drop has our leaders concerned. Since the future of our country rests on the education of our youth, and a smaller percentage of our youth are being educated, a close examination of the students who are actually being educated must be made. Recent research has indicated that only 28% of the students who go to college actually pay for it themselves. The remaining 62% are aided or given complete monetary compensation by their parents. The results of this research indicates that parents truly care about the future of their children and the future of their country. Student counselors across the country have noted that of the 62% of the students who have received aid from their parents, only 21% of those would have pursued college without the aid. Analysts in Washington and in Los Angeles have concluded a 5-year study of student motivation. Whereas there used to be a time when the desire for college education was high, but money was tight, they've seen a swing where the money is now more available, but the desire on the student's part is lacking. In order to combat this, educational institutions have tried to make their educational plan as easy for the students as possible. The theory? Take care of as many of the students' needs as possible, so all they need to worry about is educating themselves for 4 years, and graduate from the college or university fit to be a valuable part of the workforce. One college in Northfield, Minnesota, has provided its students an educational program like the one mentioned above. St. Olaf College was founded in 1874 by Norwegian immigrant pioneers. In those days, the academic standards were strict, and the students took education seriously. The campus is nestled in 600 wooded acres of lands. Maple, oak, and elm trees provide a visual treat in the fall, and have helped St. Olaf gain its reputation as one of the most beautiful campuses in the nation. It has successfully employed an honor system during exams since 1911, perhaps contributing to its #1 ranking of comprehensive universities west of the Mississippi by U.S. News and World Report. Students live in 10 co-ed dorms built in different periods as the student population grew. They are well kept and each are monitored by a head resident and a student supervisor. The academic halls are well designed. Holland Hall, for example, is modeled after the western facade of Mount St. Michel, and well equipped to meet the needs of curious students. And if art is what you fancy, Paul Grandlin sculptures decorate the campus in St. Olaf style. We consider St. Olaf as a fair representative of Finers College. By examining its finer points, we can learn something about what steps are being taken to prepare our youth for the future. Freshmen are introduced to campus policy and residential life by junior counselors. These JCs have been chosen by the administration to live on freshman corridors. The first week, they go through the student handbook and answer any questions regarding dorm life, individual rights, and St. Olaf expectations. The handbook is distributed to every student at the beginning of each new year. Its readable text leaves few questions on campus policy, and it has often been called the Bible of freshman students. Once the JCs introduce the freshmen to one another, they begin to act as a close-knit group and often participate in corridor functions together. Students feel that they own the campus, and, in a way, they do. Custodians maintain the grounds so the students can live in a clean, attractive environment. And this does not go unnoticed. Everyone seems to pitch in and keep the grounds looking as nice as possible. And students feel confident that yesterday's mess is yesterday's news. St. Olaf does not permit students to own or maintain cars on campus unless they are married, have off-campus jobs, or have a physical disability or live off campus. This policy exists to keep the campus quieter and safer. It promotes the community atmosphere of the college by forcing the students to walk together from class to class and create valued long-term friendships. St. Olaf College is religiously affiliated with the American Lutheran Church. 3 religion courses are required to graduate, and most students enjoy learning about the Bible in a more adult way. Bow Memorial Chapel, built in 1953, offers a beautiful environment for students to meditate and attend church. Stained glass windows that surround the church allow plenty of light to enter and illuminate the daily chapel services held at 10 o'clock. These services are led by the Reverend Bruce Benson, the campus pastor, who oftentimes allows students to share some aspect of their Christian faith with their peers. These sermons are mentally enlightening, spiritually uplifting, and psychologically purging. And if you cannot attend the service, WCAL, a local radio station based on St. Olaf campus, broadcasts the services, so students are encouraged to develop their Christian faith in an adult-like manner. The college years are a period of growth and maturity for our young people. Through these years of independence, the students learn a sense of self-responsibility, from setting their own alarms to washing their own clothes. St. Olaf College encourages these changes by letting the students live in their own style, a style they can be proud of in their independent lives. St. Olaf strives for students to be as financially independent as possible, too. Student work studies programs allow students to make money on campus to go toward their tuition. The college provides a number of different jobs for students, including waitering in the King's Dining Room. The King's Room is a buffet-style dining room on campus open to the public. Residents of the Northfield community as well as professors can have lunch there while students serve coffee and dessert. This allows the public to see the campus and the students, and allows the students to meet in kibitz with the professors in a casual setting. The cafeteria serves 3 meals a day to students. Each meal is prepared on campus with original recipes, including Chicken McMike's, Nordic Munch, and Broccoli Cheese Bake. Every nutritional need is met through a variety of foods to ensure that the students have enough fuel to get through the day. A student need never go hungry because there's an unlimited amount of times one can go back for more. There are 2 kinds of milk, 3 kinds of juice, 5 kinds of pop, coffee, and tea to help wash down the meal. And students are allowed to bring a limited amount of food out of the cafeteria to snack on later in the night. After the meals, some students enjoy a period of relaxation before studying. This time is cherished by the students because the tough academic standards set by the college leaves little time for students to relax. Here, roommates, neighbors, and friends can get together and talk philosophically in collegiate style. We all remember the silly arguments we would get in over the meaning of a word or defining perception. These conversations go on regularly at St. Olaf and represent a sign of how students' minds are stretching like rubber bands, and each time stretching a little farther in a different direction. Programs such as the Para-College allow students to learn through the tutorial method, do independent thinking, and concentrate in an area meaningful to them. Oftentimes, you will find one of these students discussing a classic work with a professor at the student grill, called the cage. Or other times, you can observe a student in the reading room cutting and pasting together a project that will creatively express their individuality. The Para-College has just celebrated its 15th anniversary and distinguishes St. Olaf as one of the few colleges in the nation with a program such as that. The general college students generally study in Rolvag Library, which was built in 1942. It houses 320,000 volumes and 1,000 periodicals and stands as the second largest liberal arts college library in the upper Midwest. Among the 7 stacks of the library, there are numerous study carrels and tables for students to quietly get their homework done. And if the student studying involves discussion or small group activities, the reading room offers a place for them as well. The reading room is decorated with ancient pictures and paintings of old professors, and there's a feeling of heritage in this room, and a feeling of family among the students. The lofty ceilings give the students a feeling of heavenliness when searching for answers to their homework. If the student cannot come up with answers on their own, each professor posts a list of office hours on his or her. They welcome any questions regarding subject matter in class or outside of class, offer advice on class schedules or in personal matters. Over 70% of the professors have their doctorates in their field. The 15-to-1 ratio allows the teacher to get close to the students who want to get to know them better. And many friendships are born through this intimate interaction. Many professors are available outside of class to participate in a more intimate atmosphere. Many professors have class parties in their homes. Others have been known to frequent a popular bar in Northfield, the Rubenstein, with their students. It's a closeness like this that assures the parents of these students, as well as members of the general public, that every step is being made to provide our future leaders the best college education possible.